Holy moly, Gensler officially came out and made a tweet basically talking about Ripple and the SEC. So it's going to be a crazy video in today's episode. I'm going to show you guys it. It came out a few hours ago. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I actually tweeted it out on my Twitter. And it's just going to be an absolutely fantastic video. So before I get right in, I want to tell you guys to please smash the like button by showing your support. The YouTube algorithm has not been working on my side. So by you smashing the like button, it will definitely help me out. Nonetheless, as well, subscribe for daily crypto content. And comment your thoughts on this Ripple vs. SEC case. And what you think the price of XRP is going to be upon its completion. I also want to quickly mention I'm not a financial or legal advisor, so none of this is financial or legal advice. And let's quickly jump right into the news. I'm excited, so let's get going. So the SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, tweeted this on Twitter. He says, if crypto is going to be wildly adopted, it needs some rules of the road and a cop on the beat to enforce them. To be clear, I am technology neutral. What I'm not neutral about is investor protection. There's also this 2-minute and 32-second clip that I'm going to be putting in just so you guys hear his sense of tone. So I'm going to make you guys watch this clip and then I'll come right back to go into what lawyers have actually mentioned regarding this clip. It's very important, guys. Watch this whole video until the end and let's jump right into the clip.
Hi, this is Gary Gensler and welcome back to Office Hours. What does the SEC have to do with crypto? And why is the chair of the SEC talking about crypto? Now, technology has come along decade after decade, but those that have a chance to thrive, grow, come within a public policy framework. To be clear, I think that the SEC should be technology neutral. But one thing we're not neutral on is investor protection. Our agency, the SEC, has had rules for decades to protect people when companies want to raise money from them, or when we as investors buy and sell securities on an exchange like the New York Stock Exchange. But you see, crypto trading platforms, crypto lending platforms don't have the same level of investor protection that you've come to expect buying and selling stocks on a stock exchange or investing in a mutual fund or a 401k. In the years since Bitcoin was started, literally thousands of other tokens have been launched, many of which traded on platforms may well be securities under our laws. That means if the platforms and certain of the tokens don't register with the SEC, they're non-compliant with the important federal protections in our laws. So I've asked the staff of the SEC to use all of our authorities anywhere we can to uncover any wrongdoing. Our authorities aren't enough. I've also recommended to Congress for them to consider filling those gaps with the goal of investor protection. To those currently or considering investing in crypto, please remember, not only are they a highly speculative asset class, but there are also significant gaps in the investor protection afforded to you. I think that moving forward, promoting investor protection is not only good for you and for anyone who would consider investing in these assets. I think that it's the only real viable path forward for this nascent technology. See, at the heart of finance is trust, and trust rests on investor protection. And so that's what the SEC has to do with crypto, investor protection.
Isn't this just funny? He's talking about, investors protection, and right now the SEC is taxing crypto like crazy, basically limiting its innovation. Not only that, they're hitting into utility-based cryptocurrency coins that are basically making people profit without that risk of them just disappearing, since they are formal corporations and formal businesses. They're creating jobs in the United States, and they're leaving all of those scam meme coins that are actually making investors lose money. Like Shiba Inu. Even though I am invested in them, I believe they are 100% scam coins, also known as meme coins. Dogcoin, another major scam coin that's a meme coin. SaveMoon, the biggest scam in history. Save the Children's token, the Million token. All of these are scam coins, and the SEC is letting them run very smoothly, while they're attacking things like Ripple, Binance, Cardano. All of these are getting attacked by the SEC, and those real scam coins that are actually making investors lose money are on the run. Jeremy Hogan says this: "Dear Gary Gensler, we know you understand Ethereum very well. We also understand you recently said the US securities laws are very clear. Therefore, the millions of Americans who own Ether would like to know the answer to a simple question. Is Ether a security? Yes or no?" He also replies to that by saying, "Mr. Gensler, thank you in advance for protecting US investors from trading an unregistered security by answering this one clear and simple question. And yes, we of course understand that nothing you say is the official position of the SEC. Truly, the Americans you protect." And it's sad because, Gary Gensler didn't end up answering the question if Ether is a cryptocurrency or a security. And in short, he decided to just reference cryptocurrency to the Olympics, which I find relatively very funny. And at the very end, look what he says: "I've also asked staff to consider whether there should be certain metrics for specific industries such as banking, insurance, or transportation." And he goes into, investors protect. It's just so laughable. It's a laughable case. Like, I'm dying from laughter right now. How you could reference the Olympics compared to cryptocurrencies when, we are in a time right now where we can't even take your word because of the battles you've been fighting, because your words are not the words of the SEC, they're the words of Gary himself. For all those people that don't actually understand what this question is supposed to be in reference to the Ripple versus SEC case, well, if Ripple is similar to Ethereum, and Ripple in this case is 100% similar to Ethereum, and Ethereum is a cryptocurrency and not a security, then Ripple's automatically a cryptocurrency, and this whole lawsuit goes to waste. It's funny because at the start of this battle, William Hinman had stated that Ethereum was a cryptocurrency in his 2018 speech, and Ripple was about to win the lawsuit because of that case, and all we were doing is trying to find the internal memos that basically linked Ethereum with Ripple, in this case XRP. And so we won the internal memorandum documents, and basically those were going to show us the answer and any connection that the SEC wrote in their notes. Of course, when the SEC realized what huge a mistake that was, because now Ripple is about to show the world that the SEC is about to lose the battle, and it's the first time the SEC has actually lost or is about to lose a battle with a cryptocurrency. What did the SEC do? Decide that they weren't going to give any internal memos to Ripple. And it's very, very funny, because then what they decided to do is shift the aspect so that even if they were 100% forced to give them, then there would be no purpose. And how did they do that? They decided to say that William Hinman is speaking on his own personal ideology, and that the SEC still hasn't recognized Ethereum as not a security. And so it's basically just a total mess right now. Gary Gensler, one day he's saying there's 100% regulation. The next day when he's asked a question about regulation, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You get one time where, Gary Gensler says the world needs to evolve and that, we need to get new regulations coming into place because the old ones don't make sense. And then you get another time that says we have been clear. It has been, right in your face from the time of Jay Clayton. It's just all over the place. At this point, Gary Gensler himself, I can guarantee you, does not know what he's talking about and is literally just repeating like a puppet. It's funny. I think, all the XRP army, Ripple, should just take a step back, watch it like a movie, because you know what? I've realized that the more I watch it, rather than try to dig deep into it, it's just funny. And it's clear that, the SEC has no evidence whatsoever. They're 100% not going to win in this lawsuit. And they're just, beating around the bush in this case, just running in circles, while the Ripple team, the opposition, is, firm. They know what they want. They've got their targets. They say, okay, we're deposing this guy because he's very beneficial. We've even found out in my last video that, there are documents that correlate with the deposition, and there's 63 emails that were sent. Basically, were drafts of the speech that William Hinman gave in 2018. And it's funny because now when the Ripple team is asking for it, what did the SEC do? They said they're all privileged documents, so we're not giving you a single thing. This on its own looks suspicious because I wouldn't be shocked if you have Jay Clayton or maybe even Gary Gensler, be in an email with William Hinman and maybe revise or edit some of his emails. Maybe even in one of those emails you have the SEC saying, or Jay Clayton saying, yes, we need to change this aspect and put this in because it doesn't abide by SEC rules. If we see an email like that, it's game over because that means the speech actually represents the SEC. And so they're trying their hardest right now, the SEC, to fight that, make sure Ripple doesn't get a single paper. And we'll have to see what Ripple decides they want to do because, again, it is just so funny. It's crazy. I can't believe Gary Gensler is battling it all the way. He recently said they're going to keep on fighting no matter what till the last straw. And so it's just incredible. That being said, guys, I hope you do enjoy this video. Please show your support by following me on my Twitter, CryptoGeekNews. Join my Discord because I'm constantly posting all the latest news, as you guys can see. We posted in the Ripple XRP crypto news. We've been posting the latest news, even charts, guys. We're posting charts. Basically, it's insane. You get the latest news. Make sure you're joining the Discord. You're following me on Crypto Geek News on Twitter and subscribing to my channel. That being said, I hope you do enjoy this video, and I'll see you.